Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the Mystique Collection from the brand Penelope Luz. I'm just really behind on life, so these are available right now in the description box. I will link the Penelope Luz site, I will link their Instagram page, and then I will link my Instagram page where you can see more swatches of everything from today's video. So there are 14 polishes in this collection, and let's go ahead and get started. So first we have Alchemy, and this is described as a lilac base with iridescent flakes and a blue to purple ultrachrome chameleon flake. This one is a little bit sheer here on this first coat, but it did cover for me completely in 2. Depending on your application, you might want 3. I did get a good amount of these flakes out, and they spread out super easily and evenly across the nail. This one really surprised me, honestly, with how much I liked it right off the bat. It's bright yet soft, and I really loved it. So there are 2 coats of Alchemy. Next up we have Amulet, and this one is described as a green holographic with orange gold aurora shimmer. This definitely read more gold than green to me, maybe like a dirty gold, like in that kind of not negative connotation, but the shimmer that's in here really surprised me. I didn't expect to see it as much as I did. The holographic that's in here is loud and bold and beautiful. I got full coverage in an easy 2 coats. You'll want top coat to help that hollow stand out, and removal's easy. So there are 2 coats of Amulet. Up next we have Astral, and this one is described as a pinkish beige background with an intense blue to purple shimmer. When they say an intense shimmer, they mean an intense shimmer. I feel like all of my coverage came from this shimmer, and it is so gorgeous. I really love these glow from within kind of shimmers, and in this soft neutral base, it's going to fit a ton of different skin tones. I was happy in 2 coats. I didn't have full coverage, but I still think it looked very nice, very dainty and soft. You'll want top coat, and removal's easy. So there are 2 coats of Astral. Next up we have Astrology, and this one is described as a navy blue with an intense royal blue shimmer. This is very opaque here on this first coat. Not totally opaque, so I am going to go in for 2, but this is a solid 2-coater, where the others I feel like 2, 3 coats depending on application. This one is definitely solidly 2. I did have a little bit of holographic element in here. I'm not sure if it was a super duper micro flake or a super duper micro glitter, but something gave me some rainbow reflection. I had no texture, and removal was easy. So there are 2 coats of Astrology. Next up we have Aura, and this one is described as a pastel blue with a red to gold shimmer and a little silver hollow micro glitter. I love this color. I love the shimmer that's in here. The base color is so spring and so soft and honestly summery. And the holographic bits that are in here are absolutely beautiful, and they do shine through, so I love this polish. I was again happy in 2 coats. Depending on your application, you might want 3. You'll want top coat, and removal's easy, so there are 2 coats of Aura. Next up we have Energy, and this is described as a pastel turquoise with a blue shimmer and little pigment and a holographic flake. This one is a little bit more sheer here on this first coat. This I almost ended up doing 3 coats for, but I did stick with 2 still because it gave me that very soft, dainty finish, and it did cover very evenly, so I didn't have any patchy spots. So I was still happy with this in 2, and it does still have that absolutely glowy shimmer that is gorgeous. This dries relatively glossy, but a top coat will help protect your manicure, and removal is easy, so there are 2 coats. Next up we have Esoteric, and this one is described as a vibrant lilac with an intense blue shimmer. This one covers pretty well here on this first coat. The shimmer that's in here stands out super nicely, not surprised whatsoever, and it is still a soft yet bright base color, so I'm very impressed with that as well. I got full coverage in 2 coats. I did have some tiny itty bitty flecks throughout this as well, so that was a nice surprise. You'll want top coat, and removal will be easy. So there are 2 coats of Esoteric. Next up we have Kundalini, and this is described as a wine base with a purple to red shimmer. This covers pretty well here on this first coat, not totally even or obviously totally opaque. So I am building it up with 2 coats today, but depending on your preference, your application, all that good stuff, you might end up needing 3. The formula is very smooth though. I had no running, pulling, or staining with anything in this collection. I really love the pink bits that are in here. They stand out so nicely. You'll want some top coat, and removal is easy. So there are 2 coats. Next up we have Mystery, and this is described as a flamingo pink with a red to gold shimmer. This also I felt had some holographic element to it. I'm not really sure what it is that I'm seeing, but something is very reminiscent of a holographic bit, but nothing in the description says so. I got full coverage here at 2 coats. It did dry a little bit on the dull side, so you will want top coat for that reason, but nothing dries textured and nothing is difficult to remove. So there are 2 coats of Mystery. Up next we have Oracle, and this is described as a purple base with an intense green to purple shimmer. This does cover really well here on this first coat. This is the only polish in the collection with this intense shimmer that I had brush strokes throughout. So if you don't love brush strokes, you do have a couple options. You could sponge this one on to completely rid those brush strokes. You could take your time because it doesn't dry obnoxiously quick and make them as straight as possible, or you can just embrace the brush stroke life. This doesn't dry textured and removal is easy. Next up we have Prophecy, and this is probably the top pick of the collection for me. It's described as a denim blue with an orange to gold to green micro flake. The micro flake in here absolutely glows out of this base color. I thought it was a shimmer. It is not. You can see every tiny little particle to this. The formula is incredible. I got full coverage in 2 coats, and these flakes just really get me. You'll want some top coat to add some shine, but nothing dries textured, and removal will be easy. So there are 2 coats of Prophecy. Next up we have Tarot, and this is described as a violet holographic with an intense blue shimmer. The pictures on the site of this look very much more purple. This one, my bottle looks very much more magenta, but it does cover very well here on this first coat. I would dare say this is a 1 coater. I did 2 coats for consistency's sake, but I don't even think I would need it. The shimmer also stands out nicely given that it's competing with the holographic. You'll want top coat and removal is easy, so there are 2 coats. Next up we have Transcendent, and this is described as a light gray base with a purple to red shimmer and a bit of pigment and holographic flakes. I truly love how dainty this one is. It's absolutely stunning. I did do 2 coats on this, but if you don't like a little bit of visible nail line, you might end up wanting to do a 3rd, but I really love how it looked at just 2. The shimmer stands out so nicely. The hollow that's in here is absolutely beautiful. You'll want some top coat to finish this off. Add some shine and removal will be easy, so there are 2 coats. And lastly for today we have Witchcraft, and this is described as a dark red with a black to red shimmer and black to red micro flakes. I love this at 1 coat. I would wear this at 1 coat no problem. It applies very evenly. I am going to build it up in 3 coats to full coverage today, but I will say as you build it up, you lose these flakes, and I really, really like the juxtaposition of the black flakes against the red base, so I personally prefer this in just 1. The formula is also excellent, very smooth, even application, no running, pulling, staining. Like I said, you lose these flakes as you can see here on that 3rd coat. You'll want some top coat to add some shine and life back to this and help your manicure last, but removal is easy, so there are 3 coats. And here's a look at the full collection. Honestly, looking at them all together, it is very blue-purple heavy, but as I was swatching through them, I really didn't notice that. I loved the holographic polishes that are in here. I loved the soft, dainty, ethereal polishes that are in here. I really love the flakes that are in here. I think this is an outstanding collection. And guys, that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of these polishes. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up, and let me know what your favorite was. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time.